Okay, let's get going. So the HyperEdit is originally from Logic, and I'm gonna demo the Paketti take on this. So first of all, I'm gonna pick a few sounds like this. It should sound like this. Then I'm gonna change the amplitude a little bit and the frequency, as this is a wavetable that oscillates between this and this. I'm gonna make it like that. Okay, let's lower the volume slightly. And now I'm gonna boot up HyperEdit. So how this automatically pre-populates it's gonna take the 3 elements of the wavetable mod LFO, so I can start doing amplitude stuff like this. And as you can see, as I draw to these 16 steps here, it's gonna draw them to the 16 steps here, and since the pattern is 64, I can change it to 128 and then make a change. So you can see that at any point in time when the 16 steps are there, you can just keep drawing, and of course you can set these up to 1 to 256. And that's about it. Of course, if you're drawing at 256 on a 128 pattern, it's not going to make a lot of sense. But if you change the pattern size to 256, you're going to have a better time. As you can see, I can draw it like this. Let's jump back to 64. Let's set this to 64, and let's draw something that kind of speeds up and slows down and speeds up and slows down. And let's do the same thing for the frequency for 64. So something like this. Now, as you can see, it's a kind of a step sequencer, but it doesn't pull in any notes. So if I was to now focus on the cutoff, the resonance, the pitch bend, and the drive, you would see in this view what is actually happening. So on this step, you can see that this is occurring. So the minute I'm gonna start playback, you'll see that I'm now stepping like this. And let's put the same thing for resonance. And let's put a little bit of hits of drive like this. I need to put in a step there so that it won't like keep on going. So if I just do it like this, it'll be for the rest of the pattern. But there it is, and now I've got this kind of stuff going on and nothing actually playing. So if I was to now press and play a note, and of course I can have these completely offset like this will be 12, and then it'll just loop. It won't loop perfectly, of course, but it'll just do its own thing. So there we go. Maybe to 16, and let's do some drive hits. And then I'm gonna put some pitch bends. So, oh, and one additional thing is that when you're on this envelope here and you right click, it'll just wipe it. So there you go. And let's put some pitch bend slides ups and another slide down and a slide up and a slide down. And there I am editing a thing that has no single notes, but the minute I trigger a note like this, and of course I can set the amplitude to maximum. So there we go. Now the beauty of this is, because I don't have any notes in here, I can just do something like this. Sorry. Now let's add the Valhalla delay effect. Check. There it is. As you can see, the mix and the feedback and the delay L in milliseconds is there. So let's add a little bit of mix. Oh, and another thing, while I'm dragging this, if I'm keeping my mouse down and I press space, it's gonna open up the external editor. So you can see what I'm actually doing. So, and I'm gonna move this a little bit. So there we go, there's feedback. As you can see, I'm doing like this. Let's do a kind of a dubby, and then it just looks like this. Of course, I can set it to 64. And this to 64 or so. And then again with chords. And then, of course, I can just do something like this. Of this is that while you have the instrument macros in here controlling the macros in there, what you can also additionally do is something like this. You can boot up a plugin of your choice like this. There's a plugin, and then I throw in an instrument automation. I believe that's it's not that one, but I'm gonna put in the instrument automation device, and that's going to, like, well, obviously this is a Paketti feature of showing the parameter editor, but if you would just close it and open up HyperEdit, what you can see is it automatically pre-populates these from the instrument automation. So you can pick any of these and start fooling around. So let's see where would be the waveform. So if I just mute channel 1 and press But of course, you have your own things that are much better at this. So let's focus on this, the Paketti Pitch Bend Drum Kit Sample Loader. So I'm gonna load a bunch of samples, 120 to be exact, and they're gonna be loaded into this specific drum kit. So there you go. It's populating the list. I just threw 180,000 drums at it. It's gonna load 120 of those at random. And as you can see, the macros are here ready to go. So if I just populate this quickly using right notes ascending, so like that. Now I got a bunch of samples going from, well, 64 rows of triggered samples. I'm gonna set it to 128 and then loop it like this. And then I'm gonna open this up again. As you can see, we're at the cutoff position. So let's hit 64. And then let's put 8 steps of cutoff. And then maybe 16 steps of resonance. Then put in a little bit of drive. Put in a cutoff LFO amp. Increase the frequency. So there we go. Let's put the pitch bend to maximum at here and minimum at here. And then maybe make this slightly more understandable, maybe like this. And as you can see, if I just jump to a different track, it'll pre-populate that track's areas. And of course I need to do it like this, so it... And then I can just pull in a few chords. Oh, I get it. So what's actually happening, of course, is this. So I just need to write like this, and there, and there, and like that, and that, and set the amplitude to that, and there we go. So now we have Of course, I can throw something like a reverb here and then just go, well, cutoff is already nice, so I'm just gonna put in a Valhalla vintage verb. I'm gonna put in, let's put in some gates. This to here. If I just click on this and press space, I'll see exactly what I'm doing. And of course, I can just do something like this. So there we go. So you can go as crazy as you like, and one thing that I didn't say about this is that you can also use the CZizer for this. So let's imagine that I had a synthesizer here. Let's say I had a Prophet 6 and I wanted to do step automation of that. So I could just do it like this. Just draw a bunch of parameters here and send them to my synth or any synth. So there we go. You can really go quite wild with this. I would heartily recommend you guys check this out. And as always, I'm on Patreon. You can subscribe and support me, or you can just subscribe as a free user, but I would really appreciate it if you joined in and supported, or alternatively provided me with additional CZIs or text files. The format is really quite simple. So if I just go here, I'll just quickly show it. So in the CZizer, you can just open the path, and there we go. The text file format is as simple as it could be. It's one CC and one name. So if you just create these and send the text files to me, or join my Discord, or buy me a coffee on buymeacoffee.com, or set up Ko-fi, or whatever you like. Oh yeah, that probably didn't get shown. Well, anyway, it's a very simple file format. It's a text file. You started with, well, I guess I can show it like this. So something like this: 33 cutoff, 59 resonance, 44 on attack, decay. Okay, and rev send. This kind of text file, and then you just name it by the synth name, and then I can add it. I've been adding them as I go, and if you look at the Paketti MIDI populator, which is somewhere around here, you can pick from the CZizer text file. So this actually lets you create a completely new bunch of 16 tracks, and they will be receiving MIDI input. They will be sending MIDI output if so configured. And for the MIDI output users, you can also set up synthesizers. So this channel 2 could be Pro 800, channel 1 could be Pro 800, channel 2 could be Prophet 6, then TB0343, and then something like the Polyend performance mode. And you can of course throw plugins at this in addition to the MIDI output, but you can really go wild with this. I would really recommend checking it out, and as always, I'm on Patreon, so thanks for your time.